7. Lucky number 7. What am I talking about? We're 7 days out. Can you believe that? 7 days. We're 7 days out from the Switch. I'm like, I'm looking forward to it tonight. Go online, play with some buddies. Go out and spend some time with the wife tomorrow. Just get out of the house. As I work from home. If you haven't seen me and my videos, and then next week, here's what's interesting. March 3rd is my wedding anniversary, so I'm taking that off for that, and I get the Switch and everything. And then that evening, of course, I'm going to be able to play because the wife and I are going to spend a lot of time together, and we're pretty simple. We just enjoy each other's time all the time, even though we put up with each other for over 10 years. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting Friday, but there is things coming out about the Switch that people are ranting about. One big one. Another one, it's not a big thing. And also some good news. Let's talk about launch titles. New launch titles is that Fast RMX, Shovel Knight, and Snipper Clips are launch titles. I think Snipper Clips may be overseas only. I don't know. I keep seeing different reports. Search this yourself. Figure it out. But this launch lineup is getting bigger a week before. Good stuff, Nintendo. Good stuff. Shovel Knights. Bring it on. I haven't got to play it because I always wanted to know, should I get it on the PlayStation or the Xbox or something like that? Do I want it on the 3DS, which I traded mine in, but my wife still got her 3DS because I got some credit in Amazon, about $130 worth. My Switch is going to be cheaper. And also on my trip, got some kickback because of driving. My Switch is going to be free. So, technically free. They paid me for that. I made money. I like sometimes traveling works out, but not free, but I got extra kit, for traveling. If you ever travel, you actually get to put your mileage in, not your gas, and actually you make money. So that's very cool. But yeah, I got this, these coming in. It's going to be cool that I can go out now and finally get Shovel Knight because I have a console version that can be played anywhere. I'm going to get World of Goo. I'm looking at other ones. I Am Setsuna is going to be there. There's all types of the games. I got Breath of the Wild. I'm not just going to grab a bunch of them. I know I'm going to get Shovel Knight and World of Goo sometime, but I may just get so sucked into Breath of the Wild. I just may get into that. I'm going to get some more games, but we're getting to the point where doesn't have games is a bullshit argument, and YouTubers or fanboys of Sony or Microsoft, will have all 3 consoles now, so I'm not a fanboy of just any of them. There's no argument. So that's a good point. But we have 2 things to talk about. I know I've been rambling for 3 minutes here, but I wanted to just kind of get my thoughts out there, and I am excited for the Switch. Very excited. But let's talk about the Virtual Console is missing launch. I know some people tweeted at me, and I made a video. Why is Nintendo holding back on certain information? Oh, they'll get a direct out. There's no direct. We don't know how the online works. We don't know how Virtual Console works because it's not launching, and we don't know how the mobile app works. Is that going to drop next week? It probably will, because next week we got to have the online. People will be wanting to play Bomberman online. Bomberman R. It's going to be interesting. So, let's talk about the Virtual Console missing the launch. A lot of people, Arlo, a lot of bigger YouTubers are talking about this. They're comparing it to the Nintendo 64 soft launch, which the Nintendo 64 did well. It had 2 games. This is a soft launch. I've said this, and I was admitting that I was wrong. I don't even think this thing could have launched in 2016. I think it could have launched mid this year. They're getting a lot of games ready. The online's not ready. The Virtual Console's not ready. Everybody's going to freak out about the Virtual Console, but it's coming. It's not like it's not there. It's just not ready. Just enjoy Breath of the Wild. Enjoy all these really cool digital games and day 1 games. And there's still a bunch more coming out in March. Let's just enjoy the system and play it. I know people will be like, well, I bought it for Virtual Console. I get that argument. And it's a valid argument, but really? You buy a new console for old games. That's part of it. It should be part of it. It should be for the new stuff. But then again, I'm not questioning how your purchasing methods. I mean, it is your money. But let's not shit on the Switch and cancel pre-orders just yet. It's coming. The second part is a problem. It is Joycon Gate. Game Explained, I'm going to put their video below, showed what's happening with it. These things have wireless and a lot of times Bluetooth. They communicate. Well, I'm a fat ass. If I put it behind me, it's not going to probably transmit as good because it can't go through human body. It doesn't even matter if you're fat or skinny. We're made up of 70-80%, I've heard both those terms, water. Hell, there's even a great Next Generation Star Trek episode, and they call humans bags of water, and they're just like, yeah, you're mostly water. It absorbs radio frequencies, it absorbs Wi-Fi, it absorbs Bluetooth. And what's happening in Games Explained videos, the Joy-Cons are pretty small, but then bigger hands you're crouching on top of it, it just breaks down. Now, weirdly, the right one, probably due to the NFC reader, has a little stronger broadcast, but it's because it's getting blocked. Is it bad? I don't know. Do we all know what it is? I don't think we do. Because a lot of us, unless you review people, or if you do, you're watching this, you know it. It's going to be per user experience and whatever's in your room. Wireless adapters or the Wi-Fi adapter on my gaming rig right here. I got, my Apple Watch, my phone. All this stuff does create interference, and it could be due to your setup. It could cause a problem. But more likely it's what's in front of you, between you and the TV, you and your dock, where the switch is. If you're putting it behind shit, I'm betting you a lot of people have got it tucked around in there. Put it out in front of you to where between you and the switch, it's going to be below my TV. I'm going to move stuff around, but my switch is going to be below my TV, and there's going to be a line of sight. I'm going to make sure it's high enough to where there's not going to be a problem. And we'll see. There is a day one patch already being shown for the UI. People that actually showed a legitimate UI walkthroughs after that person had the stolen switch. You tap on the eShop, there's a patch. Let's hope, and I'm hoping they'll fix this, at least maybe go and patch a firmware and say, please connect your Joy-Cons. And it, updates them to a point where it says, it may tweak that little broadcast, broadcast strength. So let's not freak out. People are freaking out. We don't know what's going to cause. And if it does cause an issue, well, we're early adopters. We know this. We all should know this. And I'm not making excuses. It shouldn't happen. Nintendo, but again, if this is a soft launch, they may not have had this worked out. We want it out. We want it now. We want it. We want the Switch. We want the NX, and we're getting it. So we may get a couple bugs. Maybe they can come out and, hell, they may have to go replace or fix. You may have if it came down to that point, you can go in and take your Joy-Cons to GameStop or anywhere else and trade them in and get new ones. It could happen. I don't think it's going to destroy the Switch or the experience, so let's all chill out. Virtual consoles coming. I know it's a big thing, a big selling point for a lot of people, but enjoy what the Switch has got. It won't be that long. Trust me. They cannot sit there and dawdle on it. It may be the first month. They may probably patch it out and say, boom. We're getting months of free online online service, and their online multiplayer. We're testing this. If you don't get that, we're testing this. Some people might get upset, but I'm over 9 minutes. That's some information. New launch games. The Virtual Console is not launched. I don't think it's a big deal. It's coming out soon. Joy-Con problems. I hope it's not big, but we don't know. Let's wait till you get your Switch and wait till you see it at home. You may never see it. And if you do have very big hands, Pro Controller or some type of, somebody else's, third-party Pro Controller is probably what you're going to have, unless you're in handheld mode. So, all right, everybody, let me know what you think in the comments below. Everything should have popped up on the screen here. Subscribe and share. Just let me know. And, yep, we're a week away. Are you excited? I am so excited. All right, everybody. Pick Yo Gamer. Out.